Hello, hello, hello. Cool.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm InTheLittleWood, also known as Martin. Lewis is here.
How you doing, everyone?
He's here for Would You Rather. I think you'll be great at this because you love kind of going like off on tangents and talking about topics in more depth than is usually there. I love it.
But also, I think people have been requesting me because I hate this game.
Yeah.
I'm famously angry about it.
It's great.
I hate choosing between two bad options.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw one the other day, which was, would you rather live to 100, guaranteed, but just like a normal life, or live to 50, but be it like a multi-millionaire?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because we had this similar one to this, like when Terps was on, and it's kind of like 70 to 100. You're going to be pretty slow, and I'm not bothered about that. I don't think
it's the whole. Would you rather live a week as a tiger or an entire lifetime as a worm? Like classic philosophy.
What would you go for with that one? I think I'd go with the. No, probably the tiger.
Yes.
I think it'd be more
Don't want to
fulfilling.
be a worm, do you?
No, you just.
But that's like the ones from like the past. That's like an ancient archaeological. Would you rather question?
And now we've got really shit ones on the internet.
There are like ancient Egyptian would you rather questions.
What, like they got into the tomb and it's like, would you rather like
have gold poured onto your face?
or your brain pulled out your nose whilst you're still alive.
Exactly, it would be like those.
Would you like a Dothraki crown, or would you like, like stuff pulled out and into a jar?
Horrible.
Ugh. No.
Well, I think it just. I don't know. I don't want to talk about brains.
That's gross.
Coming out your nose.
Right, let's do this thing. First question of the day then. Would you rather get completely drunk after 1 unit of alcohol or never be able to get drunk? It depends how drunk you get. What does it say? 1 unit is equal to 1 beer, a glass of wine, or a shot of hard liquor. So I could have 1 Jack and Coke and I would be gone.
I suppose what you could do, though, if you could just have a tiny... You could have
like
really
diluted, like a petri dish, like a drop.
It would mean like a bottle
alcohol.
of gin would last a long time.
It would last a lifetime.
You'd have to be quite careful because you'd accidentally get hammered all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas never be able to get drunk is probably a good thing for your health. Like a lot of healthy people are like teetotal. So.
But let's be honest. If you get drunk after 1 unit of alcohol, you're not going to be drinking that much. So it's pretty much the same in terms of health.
It's
I
pretty
would say.
easy to not drink alcohol. But then again, right. You might like eat because sometimes they cook like chicken in like red wine or stuff like this,
or like if I go to I get Jack Daniel's glazed ribs,
or like a beer pie or a beer basted beef pie, beef and ale pie.
Oh right? Yes, yeah, of course, yeah.
That would just get you hammered. So
you'd be very unsuspecting of it, wouldn't you? And it'd catch you off guard.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably go with never be able to get drunk.
Me too.
Yeah, let's go for that
safe.
one. So this has got almost 1 million votes. 936,000 people have voted on this, and 63% agree with us.
We went with the crowd.
The majority. When we had Terps on, Terps was basically the opposite to pretty much every question.
Really?
Yeah. he basically he enjoyed it. He liked being a hipster.
It would save you a lot of money. I think my honest answer is that one. There's a thing in Star Trek, they have synthahol instead of alcohol.
Oh.
And it's basically, it's got all the benefits of alcohol. It makes you feel good, all this stuff.
But with none of the negatives.
But with none of the negatives, no.
What?
You don't get angry, you don't get hangover.
If they can invent that.
And you can like sober up like straight away in case there's an emergency.
What? Speaking of that, did you see the news the other day? North Korea claimed that they've created an alcohol that doesn't give you a hangover.
Really?
They've said so. Essentially, what you just mentioned there, North Korea have apparently made it the old great one who never poops. Oh, okay. If you had to look like one of the Batman villains from Nolan's trilogy, would you rather look like Bane?
Be Bane.
Wearing a mask that hides most of your face for your life. Or be the Joker. You want to know how I got these scars? Guns are too quick.
I think you would be the Joker.
Yeah, I think
Definitely.
I would be. I'd want to be a more like silly and like, just kind of extroverted kind of character. For sure.
Bane. Everyone likes the Joker.
Yeah.
I think no one wants to be Bane. He's just...
As much as everyone likes the Joker, I can't get past Heath Ledger's Joker. Like, I'm looking at the one for the new film, for Suicide Squad. I'm not into it.
These things are Hollywood's things. I mean, even the comics for Suicide Squad aren't too adult. They're a little bit more adult, but they're not too bad.
Okay.
And this is still kind of...
Which one was it where, because I've literally seen it, I've been into Forbidden Planet, I've seen it, there's a comic of the Joker where he's cut his face off.
That's right.
And now he's wearing it backwards or upside down as a mask.
He cuts his face off, and then Harley Quinn takes it and wears it for a bit, and like has to get it back. Yeah, it's this long sort of arc.
That's really messed up.
It is a bit messed up.
That's really, really messed up.
It looks really grim, yeah.
He looks like Mankind, the old wrestler, like Mick Foley, when he used to wear that leather mask.
It is quite spooky. Let's do Joker.
You want to do Joker?
I think that people will pick.
You reckon they'll go with him?
Yeah.
No. You know what I think it is? I think a lot of people want to be Bane so they can be just ripped.
That would be it.
Because that dude is massive.
I'm not sure that's part of... Okay, I suppose, right, I see.
But I come in doing with that whole wearing a mask that hides your face. Like, how would you eat? I don't know how Bane eats. He obviously takes it off, but I like sometimes in these it's like
straw.
You could never.
I use a curly straw. I have a collection of pink curly straw.
I have to mash up all my foods.
I like ice cream
and Angel Delight.
Like soup.
I can even go for a bit of Froyo.
Froyo.
Nice. Bane and Froyo. That should be some fan art. Jesus Christ. All right, next question. Would you rather be a mall cop or be a prison guard? I would absolutely be a mall cop. I would be scared shitless every single day if I was a prison guard.
I mean, I feel bad for prison guards because they're basically in prison all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad, sorry for them. You know, they're sure they get to go home at night, but 5 days a week they're locked up with all of those people.
Yeah, I couldn't even do juvie. Like I couldn't be a guard in a juvenile correctional centre.
But look, it's an easy life being a mall cop.
It is.
You know,
you get a Segway. I'm just thinking Paul Blart right now.
Yeah, you get fat. You kind of what's it called? Loss prevention, right? Or things like that in supermarkets. So like you kind of chasing people who steal Blu-rays out of Tesco.
I'd be well up for that. I've always wanted the excuse to run full speed through like a shopping centre.
I don't think you get to be a real cop. You're like a fake cop. You're like a Disney cop.
Do you get a gun?
No.
You
don't get shit.
You get a taser though, right?
Honestly, you don't even get shit. I don't think you can even do anything. You can pretty much... I'm not sure you can even like... If you chase someone down, I'm not sure you can hurt them. You can't like...
Can you do like citizen's arrest where like you hold them until the police actually come?
Again, I think you have to be very careful. If you hurt them in any way,
then they can sue the
shit out of you. So you kind of... It's a very sedentary job.
Right.
You're there as a kind of teddy bear or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a kind of...
You're there as like an intimidation figure.
You're there for all the middle class people to feel a bit safer, right?
Yeah.
But also just to sort of prevent... Just to keep an eye on all those hoodies.
Because I think if I was thinking about like stealing a DVD and like a mall cop came in and just looked at me, I'd be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. Like, is he on to me? Like, they're kind of there's like a psychological thing, isn't it?
They're just watching you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you especially.
Me?
If I was the mall cop and you came into my mall...
I've never stolen... Actually, no, I've stolen one thing in my life. Have you stolen anything?
I stole a packet of Polos when I was about 9.
Mine was an entire meal.
You stole a meal? Yeah. What, like a ready meal?
Right. No. I'm talking like... So, I'm not going to say what the restaurant was, but I went to this restaurant. I got takeout, so like I called in the phone, went in 15, 20 minutes later, and I went to the bar, and the guy... All I wanted to say to the guy was, hey, I've made an order for collection, is it ready? And the guy served everybody else first, because it was a bar, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then after he'd finished serving everybody, he looked at me and just went, huh, and then just started flirting with these 2 customers. And I was like... hello? Like, I want to get some food here. He comes back with the food, so we're basically there. Comes back with the food, puts it in front of me, and I'm stood there literally with my debit card in hand. And I said... Literally. And I went, how much is that? And then he just completely blanked me and went back to flirting with the 2 girls. And I tried to get one of his colleagues' attention. They were too busy on the other side of the bar.
I tried to pay.
I tried
so much to pay.
It was busy flirting, so I walked out with a whole bag. We got 2 courses and a dessert each.
Guilty! 5 years in prison!
But yeah, moral of the story, don't steal shit. You'll feel bad afterwards. I will never live that down. It's always going to be like there in the little back of my mind.
You can never go back to that place either.
No, I can't, I don't think.
Where was it?
Can you imagine? No, I'm not telling you, because it's somebody will call them and grass me up, and then there'll be my picture on the wall next time I go in there.
I think the statute on limitations for petty theft of a fucking burger...
Does it count as petty if it's a whole meal?
Patty theft if it was burgers.
Patty theft, yes.
Fucking...
Yeah.
Sorry. It's. I think the statute of limitations is pretty
You reckon I'm in the clear?
I reckon you're in the clear now.
Okay. I'd only have to pay like a fine or something anyway.
No. You wouldn't have to pay anything. They can only prosecute you for so long. After
Gave me quite the rush though. Not gonna lie.
Also,
I can see why housewives do it.
I don't think they can do it for like less. If it's less than 20 quid or something, then it's not something.
Oh.
It's like if you can beep it on your debit card.
Yeah.
You can basically steal it for
30,
free
no?
without any consequences.
There you go.
Everyone.
So if you can pay for it with contactless, you're allowed to steal it. Everybody. Lewis Brindley. Shit. Lewis says on the subreddit.
Yeah. I mean. Go for it.
Yeah, why not?
It's a thrill.
Right, we've answered the question. What answer are you going for?
Mall cop.
Mall cop. Okay, let's go for it.
Ain't never going to be in no prison guard.
59% agreed. All right.
Some fucking monstrous percentage of people actually want to do that. Good luck to you.
I think it's because...
Mall cops have a bad rep.
I don't know.
It doesn't mean you instantly get fat. Just like the BANE question. People who click on BANE think, oh, if I click on BANE, I instantly become all buff. If I click on being a mall cop, oh, I'm going to be all fat and ugly. No, that's not how it works.
I've seen some pretty, like, in-shape mall cops. Not many, but a few.
If I was a mall cop, I'd be fucking ripped.
Yeah, I would.
I'd be in shape.
Yeah.
Walking around all day.
I'd want to break the stereotype.
Looking out. I'd be like a PI.
I'd be like in the sports shop using the items in there.
Yeah.
Using the dumbbells and stuff.
I'm just checking these to make sure no one's stealing them.
That's it. Is this actually 5 kilograms? Like you're like eyeing up stuff. Like I know your tricks. That's only 3.
We've already done that one.
Yeah, we've basically done that one.
At the start. It was Groundhog Day the other day. Go back to Groundhog Day. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever actually seen the movie Groundhog Day. As far as I'm aware, he lives the same day over and over, and he just keeps changing it or tries to perfect it. Right?
Yeah. So it's Bill Murray.
Yeah.
It's a rom-com.
Bill Murray.
Right?
Wait, rom-com?
It's a rom-com.
Is this like 50 First Dates? That's what it's sounding like here.
Kind of. So he's fucking stuck in Punxsutawney or wherever, this place, which is a real place, where they have this ceremony every year. And he's some like low-level film reporter doing this coverage of this groundhog that comes out.
Right.
And if the groundhog can see its shadow, it means that there's going to be like loads more snow or whatever. Okay?
Right, okay.
Anyway, they get snowed in this place. He can't leave. And some weird timey-wimey thing happens, and he wakes up, and it's the same day, and he has to do that same shitty day where he goes to do the horrible presentation because he hates the groundhog. I'm just telling you the film.
What is? I actually don't know what a groundhog looks like.
It's like a cute little thing.
Oh wow! Okay.
And so it was like the other day, Groundhog Day. It was last week.
Huh.
And so that's Groundhog Day. So he repeats the same day over and over again, and obviously. It gets it on his nerves, but it's great. Memento is a film about a guy who has no short-term memory or long-term memory. I think he has memory problems.
Right.
And basically he writes... I can't remember. It's a long time ago I saw this film. But he basically tattoos himself every day with... He's looking for like his wife's killer or whatever, or maybe the person who shot him and killed him.
Oh, God, right, okay.
Anyway, he's got memory problems, and he can't remember... I think the equivalent would be every morning he wakes up and he can't remember the last day, and he has to track what's happened. So Bill Murray repeats every day, whereas this guy forgets everything at the start of every day. So he's got a fresh, brand new day every day. Obviously, being in Groundhog Day is great.
Yeah,
it's good fun. He learns the piano. He learns how to game it after a while.
Yeah,
so he can rob the bank at the right time and get the girl at the right time. And you know what I mean? He can.
So I guess my question, or I guess we can kind of decide for ourselves. With Groundhog Day, yes, it would be the same calendar day over and over again. But if I were to say go on a flight to America, it takes me 6 hours. When I go to sleep there, do I wake up back in the bed in the original place?
Yeah.
So it's always you TP back.
You can kill yourself and you wake up in the bed. Also, anything you do, you wake up in that bed. So forever.
You're stuck in that one place.
Forever, yeah. It's like purgatory.
Oh, Christ.
Whereas Memento, at least the days pass, but you don't remember anything that's happened, except for you wake up and you're like, oh, okay, I got a new tattoo, it says buy toilet paper. I'm like, okay, I better go buy some toilet paper today.
No, I think I'd rather have awareness than that, not being able to remember the simplest things. I couldn't do, for the Memento thing, I couldn't just have, a video, 50 First Dates at the end. It's like, hey, I'm Adam Sandler, you're married to me, I'm up on the deck.
For God's sake.
That
Adam
thing,
Sandler.
every time.
I hate that guy.
There's a great video, actually. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's called the Sandlerverse.
Okay.
Very similar to the Pixar theory. Someone's made a web of every single Adam Sandler film and how they link up.
I watched
it's so good.
Oh, it's really bad.
It is.
It's really terrible. Someone had to watch all of those Adam Sandler films. I feel really sorry for them.
Well, did you watch the video to the end?
I think so.
Because at the end of it, it cuts off and it goes 2 weeks earlier, and it's like, oh yeah, that quote's in Happy Gilmore. And the idea is that he's gone mental over the course of 2 weeks, and it leads to the video you've just watched.
Is it actually true?
Well, it is, yeah. Everything he quotes and all the clips that he plays you, they're all from the actual films.
It seems like there's a lot of characters who do just overlap. But maybe that's just because of writing and stuff like this, I don't know.
Well, Adam Sandler only has like 6 friends. Well, that's also a thing.
People aren't that imaginative, though, too. Like, you know, if you need to create a quirky doctor guy, and you have a friend who's like a guy as an extra, whatever, you bring the same guy in, you're like, fill this role.
It's basically the cast of Grown Ups. They've been the cast of every Adam Sandler movie prior to that. Right. That was just like the one time they've all been in the same place.
We're going to be the guy from Groundhog Day.
Okay, sure.
Because he's much cooler and funnier.
He's going to have a good time.
Girl and all that stuff.
Look at that, 66%.
It's always fun.
Well, there we go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. As always, link in the description to Lewis's channel. You probably know what it is by now. It's just /Yogscast /BlueZephos, whichever one you prefer. And we'll see you on next time.
Bye.
Bye.